Hello, my loves. So, I think today's uh, topic of discussion for this reading is spiritual burnout, emotional burnout, physical burnout. I know the divine feminine is like heavily going through it right now. I know the divine masculine is also going through it. And I did see a reading that kind of resonated with me, so I do want to share that part, which is that the divine feminine for the last like 4 or 5 years has been like putting themselves somewhat in survival mode, but it's in order for them to go through the healing and level up the way that they need to. And I feel like with the divine masculine, they in their own way have also been stepping into survival mode and stepping out of possibly being in the divine feminine. That doesn't, that's not anything for genders, but I feel like they've been stepping out of the divine feminine to step into a more like protector role, into a more dominant provider role. And I feel like right now is like the burnout before those roles kind of like balance into each other and blend. And we all have like a balance between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So I feel like this is a balance within yourself. And I think that at this point in time, it's best to look inward. The song that's been playing in my head today is Trainwreck by James Arthur. And it's specifically the part where he says, should I pray to myself, to a God, to a Savior who can unbreak the broken, unsay the spoken words, find hope in the hopeless, pull me out of the train wreck. And I think what I like feel when I hear that is you have worked for a long time to be able to actually like step into a role of taking care of yourself. You know what you need right now, and if that's rest, that's one thing. If it's like digging deep within yourself to find like that sliver of hope, that sliver of like willpower. Got the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, but it looks different for everybody about what it is that you need right now. So just like step into that intuition of what it is that you need. Ace of Pentacles. I know like the last couple of days I've been having so many stress headaches. Like I even have one right now where it's just like flared up in the back of my head and my neck. I've been really dehydrated. I've been drinking a lot of water. We have the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. So give me a second to read the cards, see what kind of message is going on right now. Okay, so from these cards, both with the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, I see like this one has to do with like weariness, and like this may not be the right definition, but when I think of this card, I'm like looking at the picture where he almost looks like he's like dissociating. He's just like kind of like, okay, I mean, I guess you're like really going through it because you're exhausted and you're just having to push through that. Even with this picture, he's just like, when is this gonna end? They're like walking through this winter storm. He's injured, she's cold, like she's just they're both just like, when is this gonna end? When am I gonna find this like warmth, this satisfaction, this peace? And with the Ace of Pentacles, I see that your beginning in abundance is coming. And with the Chariot, I see like talking about that balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. I might be like pointing at these wrong, but I always picture yin and yang here. So I feel like this is like the balance for that person's energy, and you're like trying to find that balance within yourself. I know lately, like, okay, since I was like in the 5th grade, I've had the longest, like, I've always been dyeing my hair. And I told myself I wasn't going to dye my hair. I was going to try and, let it run out to its natural colors, and then have somebody professionally dye it, because I really want to just like get this certain look that I'm not sure if I can pull it off myself. But lately I've just been kind of like, fuck it. And I really do just like want to do that for myself. Just like, even if it doesn't come out good, like, that's always been something that I've found peace in. I know right now is a time where like you really need to be like digging deep for like what it is that you need, whether that be reading, whether that be sleeping more, eating more, drinking water, meditating more, taking time for yourself, spending time with friends. You know what it is that you need. And with the Knight of Cups, I see that there is this arrival of the things that you wish for in fulfillment. Especially like with the wings. The wings, to me, it just gives me like stork vibes. Like, you've got this stork that's like carrying whatever it is that you like really need, and it's just kind of like flap, 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 drops whatever it is you need, and it's like, okay, it's been delivered, here you go. Like, you've done all this work, you've done all this work for the last 4 or 5 years to get to the point that you're at right now. Congratulations, here's your reward. And I would say it's a new beginning in like a lot of different ways. A lot more happiness, a lot more peace. And that's not to say that you don't have things to heal. I mean, everybody has things to heal. But I think that there will be less focus on healing and more focus on living and exploring and adventure. I think that you are no longer afraid of the unknown and afraid of change. And so now is the time that like there's going to be a lot of new things coming into your life, things that like you probably have never expected to come. I mean, it may even be a point, like, I know sometimes I think like I never thought that I was going to make it past the age of like 13, and here I am, 22, and I'm in such an amazing part of my life. And that's not to say that everything in my life is amazing, but like to figure out the fact that like I am, for the most part, am at peace with my life, and I'm not dealing with bad mental health anymore for the most part. I mean, everybody has their days, but to be able to step into these like healthy habits, these healthy mindsets, to be able to work through whatever it is I need to work through without being absolutely miserable. It really is like you are your own savior. I see no. These cards might not be the right ones. I'll try again. You may have dealt with a lot of persecution in the past, maybe even persecuting yourself, but you've stepped out of that energy of constantly like judging yourself for taking care of yourself, and you're now at a point where you're able to decide what is best for you and take care of yourself. My thing is about to run out of time, but I hope this helps. If you're looking to get a personal reading done with me, the link is in my bio. Yeah, have a great night.